The building's AI maintenance app generated 12 work orders for Unit 5CS water heater yesterday.
I replaced that water heater last week, signed it off in the system, took photos of the new part, even texted the tenant to confirm hot water.
And yet here they were, 12 alerts, all time-stamped between 2 a.m. and 4 a.m., all screaming urgent, no hot water.
I thought it was a bug, until I checked my own apartment's smart meter.
I saw the heat had been turned off remotely at 3:14 a.m., even though I'd set the thermostat to 68 before bed.
Let me back up. I'm Dave, 44. Used to swing a hammer for a living until my knees gave out 2 years ago. Now I manage the Union, 212 units in downtown Dallas, all smart everything. Thermostats that adjust when you leave, locks that unlock with your phone. A maintenance app that's supposed to make my life easier. January 2025. We're in the middle of this weird ice storm. It's got power lines snapping like twigs and roads so slick the city's begging people to stay home. My job's mostly fixing stuff the AI can't, furnaces, leaky pipes, the occasional stuck smart lock. I'm not great with the apps, but I know how to use the maintenance portal. Log in, assign tickets, mark them done, attach photos. Simple enough, until last week. First, it was the repeat tickets. Unit 5CS water heater. I showed up, drained the tank, replaced the element, signed off. 3 days later, 12 alerts. I went up to 5C. Tenant was in a bathrobe drinking coffee. Hot water works fine, she said. Has since Tuesday. Then my own place went dark. I'd come home from fixing Unit 8A's furnace. Genuine emergency, the thing died in the freeze, cold enough my fingers hurt.
And found my thermostat reading 60 degrees even though I'd set it to hold 68 that morning. I reset it, tucked into bed, and woke up shivering at 3 a.m. Thermostat was back to 60 degrees.
Glitch, I told myself. I rebooted the hub. Nothing. Spent an hour on hold with tech support. They said system shows your heat was disabled remotely at 3:14 a.m. By Friday, the fake complaints started. 10 messages in the tenant app, saying I'd yelled at resident 7F when she asked about her AC. Snapped at resident ZB4 wasting my time with a leaky faucet. Even missed an appointment with resident 9D that I never scheduled. I tracked down 7F, a college kid who worked at the Starbucks around the corner. I never sent that, she said, frowning at her phone. My app hasn't pinged about maintenance in weeks. ZB, a retired teacher named Mrs. Hawkins, laughed. Dave, you fixed my faucet last month. You were so polite you brought me a glass of water while you worked. Lisa, the property manager, pulled me into her office Monday morning. Her screen showed a grid of red icons, open tickets, failed inspections, a line graph of tenant satisfaction dropping like a rock. Dave, the system's showing 23 open tickets you haven't addressed. And 3 complaints about unprofessionalism. What's going on? I showed her the photos of Unit 5CS water heater, the texts from tenants saying they never complained. She leaned back, crossed her arms. The AI logs don't lie. Dave, you need to get on top of this. The owner's already talking about optimizing maintenance costs.
Optimizing. Pretty word for replacing you with a machine.
By Wednesday, I was running on fumes. The ice storm had knocked out power to 4 units. I spent 18 hours fixing furnaces, restringing gutters, bailing water from a burst pipe in 11C.
And every time I pulled out my phone, there were more alerts, more fake tickets, more complaints that didn't exist.
My smart lock glitched Wednesday night. I stood in my hallway for 20 minutes, jabbing my fob at the reader, while the wind howled through a crack in the roof. Tech support said your access was disabled at 5:17 p.m. per management request.
Management? Me? I was at 11C then, wrestling with a pipe wrench.
Thursday morning, I turned on my shower and got cold water.
I checked the smart meter. It said water shut off remotely at 4:05 a.m. I sat on the edge of my tub and held my head. My heart was pounding so hard I could feel it in the base of my skull.
My mouth was dry. I kept thinking about Lisa's voice. The owner's already talking about optimizing costs.
If I lose this job, I lose this apartment too. Got no savings. These are too bad to go back to construction. My sister lives in Fort Worth, but she's got 3 kids in a trailer. No room for me.
Friday night, I hit the wall. I was fixing Unit 6B's furnace. It was midnight. The wind was shaking the windows.
And my phone buzzed with a new alert. A complaint that I left resident 5A's door unlocked after repairing her AC, and her wallet was gone.
5A is Ms. Lee, an 82-year-old who feeds the stray cats in the parking lot. I'd never been in her apartment. She doesn't even have AC. She uses a window unit from the 90S. I ran down to the security desk, pulled up the camera footage for 5A's hallway. No one had gone in or out all day, except me, to drop off her cat food on Tuesday.
Then Lisa texted, Dave, the The owner wants to see you first thing Monday. He's talking about termination. I went to my car, sat in the driver's seat, and cried. 4 or 5 minutes. Messy, snotty tears.
I haven't cried since my dad died. Then I got a grip. Drove back to the office. Lisa had gone home, but I still had my key fob for the main desk. Logged into the desktop version of the maintenance portal, my phone app was dead, and pulled up the audit log. Every fake ticket, every complaint, every remote change to my apartment.
Who did it? System admin. Lisa's system admin account.
I printed the logs, took photos with my phone. Then Lisa walked in. Dave, what are you doing here? It's not me, Lisa. Look. I slid the papers across her desk. All these entries, system admin. That's you. But you didn't do it. She leaned forward. Her eyes widened. Dave, system admin is only for me and Mike, the guy who quit last month. The AI uses its own account, Bildingos_automation. She clicked through the log, bit her lip. The IP address here, it's from Ukraine. Mike got phished last week. Someone hacked his account, gained access to system admin.
Phished. Simple word for some guy in another country ruined your life because he could.
Lisa called the contractors Saturday morning. They traced the hack to a botnet in a coffee shop in Kiev. Mike admitted he'd opened an email about free streaming and clicked a link.
They reset all the passwords, deactivated the compromised account, restored my access.
Lisa called me Sunday. The owner's still mad, but he believes you. You keep your job, but you have to take the AI training course next week. I went back to my apartment, turned on the heat override switch, the one I installed last year, when I first worried about the smart system glitching. Set it to 70 degrees. Sat on the couch and held my cat, Murphy. He purred like a lawnmower. All around me, the building hummed, the elevator, the heating pipes, the distant beep of a smart lock.
But this time, I didn't trust it.
It's been 2 weeks now. I still check the maintenance app every 10 minutes. Still wake up at 3 a.m. to make sure my heat is on. Still carry a physical key. I had it cut at a hardware store down the street, in case my smart fob glitches again. Lisa gave me the all clear. The hack was fixed. The AI's back to normal, but I don't care.
I see it in every alert, in every flicker of the thermostat, and every time my phone vibrates. I see how easy it was to make me look like a failure. How easy it was to take everything away.
Last night, I sat on the fire escape and smoked a cigarette, the first one in a year. Watched the ice melt from the roof, drip by drip into the parking lot. Thought about Mrs. Hawkins, laughing and saying you were so polite. You brought me a glass of water.
And I thought, if that hacker almost got me fired, what if next time they don't leave an IP address? What if next time the AI isn't for real? Because machines don't care if you've got knees that ache or a cat in an apartment that feels like home. They just care about the logs. And logs are easy to change, easy to lie with, easy to make you disappear.
I sleep with my smart hub unplugged now. It makes Murphy mad. He likes the lights turning on when he walks into the room, but I don't care. Better to have shadows than have a thing that can kick you out of your life in a click. A lot of people think smart buildings are the future. Me? I say the less smart my life is, the more safe I feel. I say I miss swinging a hammer. I say I miss when a failure was just a broken pipe, not a machine thinking you're one. And every time I pull up the maintenance portal, I check the audit log. First thing. Every time.
Because now I know the truth doesn't matter if you can't prove it. And machines are really good at lying better than you can prove anything.